You are looking live at Westside Park here in the western suburbs of beautiful Loyal, Wisconsin. As this afternoon, Selesky Sports brings you high school softball. The Spencer Rockets against the softball team of Loyal and Greenwood. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Anderson here to provide play-by-play for this afternoon's matchup, an Eastern Clover Belt Conference tilt between these two longtime rivals. A little ahead of schedule, but that's okay. It's a beautiful 75 degrees out today compared to what we've had the last couple weeks, where one day it's 70, the next day it's 32, and the wind howling out of the northwest. You just don't know. LG takes the field. Let's look at the defense for the softball team. Pitcher today is Macy Lintner, number 16. Her battery mate is Tatum Travis. At first base is Maya Lobner. Braylee Suda is at second base. Skyly Rakovic is at shortstop, Savannah Wilkie mans the hot corner at third. Madison Stiglitz is in left. Liv Lucas in center. Andrea Wilkie in right. Madeline Suda is the DP this afternoon for the softball team. And LG is head coached by Heidi Ashbeck. Lintner taking her warm-up tosses in the circle. Wearing number 10. They had her listed as 16. It's 10. Okay, we'll make that. That's why you always do scorebooks in pencil. I never do them in pen because I'm always afraid I'm going to make a boo-boo. I wrote it down wrong. That's my bad. It was right. Rockets coming off a 16-6 loss at home yesterday to Columbus. Playing four games in 5 days. Leading off things for the Rockets will be Danny Sobach, followed by Addie Soik, and then Emma Schultz. Lintner, the windup and the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike one. And we're underway here in Loyal. At 4:58, started 2 minutes early. That's all right. A beautiful sunny afternoon, breeze blowing. Count even now at 1-1. Up in the bleachers this afternoon, a good view for you, ladies and gentlemen. Nice curveball dropped in for a strike. 1-2 the count. Tatum Travis behind the dish. The right-hander delivers. Ground ball right back to Lintner. One up, one down. One out. I'll bring up Addie Soik, who's in the circle this afternoon. She pitched 2 innings yesterday. Had the unfortunate happen to her yesterday where she laid down a beautiful bunt, but it bounced up too high and hit her in the helmet before the defense touched it. And if you touch a live ball, you are out. Swing and a miss for Soik. Young Macy Lintner in the circle, the right-hander. The windup in the pitch. Low for ball. Coached many games here back in the day, a lot of junior high stuff. Umpired here as well. Left field usually is the poorest draining of all the areas in the outfield. 2-1, that's why that game was moved to Greenwood last week when we covered Owen Withy against this team. The pitch from Lintner, high, ball 3. Addie Soik, number 5. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Full count now to Soik. Just underway here from Westside Park in Loyal. One out. Nobody on. Addie Soik, the batter. Full count. And down on strikes goes Soik for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Emma Schultz, the shortstop. Batting from the right side. Pitch low for ball. I believe Macy's a freshman. Pitching well here the first 2. She's got a ground out and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Count even at 1. There's strike 2. Cut down that field mic a little bit. The wind has started to pick up a little bit. Pitch high. Count even at 2. Two and 2. The pitch. Foul back. Sheds Delivered is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, and more. All crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. You can also get more information by going to shedsdelivered.com. 2-2. The pitch. Popped up in foul territory. And Rakovic flies over to get the unassisted putout. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the first. You're watching high school softball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by shedsdelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Chastain Hesley Insurance is your full-service agency, offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies, including Progressive. Whatever you need to protect, let them provide you with a free quote. Good luck to both teams from Chastain Hesley Insurance, serving all of central Wisconsin with offices in Pittsville and Loyal. Bottom of the first inning, the defense stacks up for Spencer this way. Addie Soik in the circle, Lydia Lau behind the plate. Emma Gorton at first, Alexa Weber, the second baseman, Emma Schultz at short, Lou Terbaste at third. The outfield in left is Peyton Ostricki, Chloe Tim in center, and Danny Sobach in right. The DP is Addison Whitman and Heidi Brostowitz, head coach for Spencer. Leading off is Madison Stiglitz for LG. And the count is even at 1-1 to Miss Stiglitz. Get caught up on my scoreboard. Working solo today. 2-1 is the count to leadoff hitter Madison Stiglitz. Braylee Suda and Savannah Wilkie due up this inning. Soik with 2 innings yesterday. Didn't go. The pitch, high for ball. So a leadoff walk for Madison Stiglitz. Really suited the batter. Batting from the left side. The pitch. Ground ball. Going to get through the wickets. It's going to be an infield hit for Braley Suda. Inside out. On the pitch. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Big spot here for Savannah Wilkie. Soik gets the signals. The windup in the pitch. High and inside for ball one. Beautiful afternoon for softball or baseball. They've got baseball across the way. Wilkie's bunt goes foul. Taylor Credit Union is your full-service financial cooperative. Their passion is to support your journey wherever it may go. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today. Taylor Credit Union, Abbotsford and Medford. 1-1. Make that 2-1. Throw back. We'll check the viewers probably about the third inning. Foul back. 2-2. 2 on. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first for LG. Known as the softball team, they do not have an official nickname or logo, so they go by softball team, which is just fine. 2-2 the count. The pitch from Soik in the dirt. Full count. The runners are going to advance as the ball skips away from Lau. So a big spot here for Savannah Wilkie. A base hit would bring in one, possibly two. Fouled it off. Stays alive. Savannah Wilkie should be a junior this year. 3-2 pitch. And down on strikes goes Wilkie. Got her with an off-speed pitch. Liv Lucas, the cleanup hitter, now batting with one away and runners at second and third. Soik's pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Lucas awaits the pitch. And foul swings and misses now. A snap throw to third, back in time. Madison Stiglitz brushes off the dirt. Several state champions have played on this diamond during the Darrell Lashin era. That pitch low for ball one. We lost Darrell just about a year and a half ago. Good guy, heck of a softball coach, heck of a wrestling coach as well. The pitch, foul back. It always, you've got that screen in front of you, but when you see that ball, people are going to flinch. It's just a natural reaction. Had a lady flinch when the ball was fouled back. 1-2, the count remains. The pitch, foul out of play. That's over our heads. Count remains 1-2. Foul again, out of play. ZB Designs congratulates all area seniors. Grad parties are right around the corner. And ZB Designs of Colby can help honor your graduates with signs, banners, koozies, fatheads, and even acrylic prints of your favorite grad. Ask them about grad party packages. That's ZB Designs of Colby. Tell them Zaleski Sports sent you. Get $25 off your graduation order. And the pitch in the dirt and the steal by Stiglitz. Great play by Stiglitz. And the first run comes in of the ball game. Umpire had a few more foul balls than I anticipated. Great play for Stiglitz. Stealing home on that low pitch. 2-2 the count remains to Liv Lucas with 1 out and 1 in. Foul back again. She's going to keep Soik pitching. Should be a pretty good view of everything here today. Soik's pitch. Low for a ball. Lucas works the count full, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Low for a ball. That'll put runners at the corners. Second walk of the inning given up by Soik. That'll bring up Macy Lintner, the pitcher. One out, runners at the corners. Soik gets the signs from Lau. The windup in the pitch. They let the runner go. They're going to have a play at home. And she beats it. So 2 runs come in without an area hit. Liv Lucas at third. I pitch a ball. Pardon me, it's 1-1. That ball squirts away. Another run comes in from third. That's Lucas. 3 runs come in without an area hit. Bases are now empty to Macy Lintner. She's got a 1-1 count on her. Blue cleans off the dish. Good start for Addie Soik, but just couldn't. Has given up 3 runs here. Walks are not good. Swing and a miss. For strike 2. 2-2. Lintner, the number 5 hitter in the lineup for Coach Heidi Ashbeck. The pitch, high. Counts full. I'm going to turn down that microphone a little bit because all we're getting is wind. It is a dandy day to play. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And walks and wild pitches will sink your ship more than once. Macy Lintner's going to step out, and we've got a courtesy runner coming in. It's going to be number 5, Bailey Eckes. So Bailey Eckes at first. Courtesy running for Macy Lintner. That brings up Skyly Rakovic, and she played very well against Owen the game I did last week. Played very well at shortstop. That pitch high for a ball. Soik's pitch, right down Main Street. stolen bases and walks. Another nice pitch from Soik. One and two the count to Rakovic. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Her compatriots cheer her on. Still one out here in the bottom of the first. Runner at first, 3 runs in. Ground ball right at second base. Weber will go to 2 for 1. Not in time. So Rakovic will reach on a fielder's choice. And Eckes is wiped out 4-6. So now there's 2 out. And that'll bring up Tatum Travis, batting 7th, number 34 on her shirt. Has her jersey number. Pitch inside for ball 1. A little flare. And base hit for Tatum Travis. The one advantage that Rakovic had at first is with 2 outs, you're going to run on contact anyway. And we got another courtesy runner coming in for Loyal, for the catcher. And I didn't get the number because they're wearing a pullover. See if I can pick it up at 14. That may be Ellie Robita. Ellie Robita is courtesy running. So Robita at first, Rakovic at second with 2 outs. And this is Andrea Wilkie. Oh, 1 the count to Wilkie. Ball bounces away from Lau. And a wild pitch for ball 1. Wind has picked up, blowing a little bit out of the northwest. Count even at 2. I always kind of brain hiccup every once in a while and forget to keep the count up to date, so sorry about that. Working solo today. 2-2. Ground ball right back to Soik for the putout. 3 runs come in for the softball team here in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second. You're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
For Deer hits Small dings and accidents of all kinds, take your vehicle to Frayne Body Shop. They're ASE certified, offer free estimates, and they'll work with your insurance company. So take your vehicle to Frayne's Body Shop, family and locally owned, just off Highway 13 in beautiful downtown Unity. Joe Anderson here, bringing you play-by-play of this afternoon's game. Featuring Spencer and LG. Top of the second. Leading things off for the Rockets is Lou Terbaste. And she hits a grounder to third, scooped up. Throw over the first. Just got it done. Savannah's Wilkie's throw was a little low. But Maya Lobner, good scoop for the first out. That hit ball just hugged the third baseline. This is Peyton Ostricki. Macy Lintner in her second inning of work here for the softball team. That's a strike. Outfield straight away. Same with the infield. Nothing crept in or anything. Lintner's pitch low in the dirt. Macy had a very good first inning. 3 up, 3 down. 1 strikeout. Having a little trouble grabbing the ball and getting the strike over. Ostricki waits. Count is even at 2-2. According to the scoreboard. And a strikeout, number 2 for Macy Lintner. 2 up, 2 down for Spencer. Gave up 8 yesterday in the first inning to Columbus and then chipped away and made it 8-5 until Columbus came out with 8 more runs and finished him off in the 6th. Won by the 10-run rule. Addison Widman, the DP of the batter, 0-1 to count to her. Even now at 1. Heidi Brostowitz in charge of the Rockets. These two have dueled for years. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Battle of Highway 98. 1-2 with 2 outs. Lintner gets the sign. The wind up in the pitch. And another strikeout. Back to back to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the second. All LG, they lead 3-0. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShudsDelivered.com.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
It's easy.
come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
For 63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Joe Anderson here, bringing you play-by-play of this afternoon's matchup between the Rockets and the softball team from Westside Park in Loyal. Bottom of the second inning, LG will bring up Madeline Suda, and then the top of the order in Madison Stiglitz and Braylee Suda. And Madeline Suda takes strike one. Madeline batting in the 9th spot. She's the designated player. Fouls that one back and behind in the count 0-2. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Fouls that one out of play. Off from the tin can. Press box. I did not go up there today because I've spent many a time up in that press box, and it's like a microwave oven. Little flow, and you don't get as good a view as you have right here. That pitch high from Soik. One and two the count. The pitch, and that one's way out of the strike zone, just a bit outside. Great Bob Euchre. The late, great Bob Euchre, we miss him. He was quite a character. 2-2. Here's the pitch from Soik. Swing and a miss. And Madeline Suda chased high cheese and gets rung up on a strikeout for the first out of the bottom of the second. That'll bring up the top of the order in Madison Stiglitz. Madison drew a walk, stole second, stole third, and stole home. Grand larceny on the base paths. One and 0 the count. Addie Soik the pitch. That pitch way high. 2-0. Make it 3-0. Really can't put her on base because she's a pretty speedy young lady on the base paths. 3-0 pitch. She squares the bunt, and that pitch called a strike. Top of the order, Madison Stiglitz. Braylee Suda on deck. And draws another walk. Second walk in as many as bats. There we go. Braylee Suda, little flare to right field for a base hit. Takes strike one. I'll check the YouTube channel here probably in the next inning. Probably in the bottom of the third to see who's watching. So get your comments put in, positive comments on the YouTube page. That pitch outside. Right now it's comfortable without a jacket. By the time we get to the fifth inning, though, it's going to be a little chilly. Left-handed hitting Braylee Suda, a little flare to left field, but it's going to be foul. Shannon Soik has made her appearance. Another little flare, but it's going to be foul over the third base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Only 2 hits given up so far. Braley Suda and Tatum Travis, but a lot of walks and wild pitches. Another little flare. She is very good at going inside out, pushing at the left field, and that's not very easy to do as a left-handed batter. Soik throwing an awful lot of pitches here. Okay, she comes set. Ground ball right off the wickets of Soik. And that hurt. That is technically a base hit. And that ball right off the shin of Addie Soik. That hurts. So we're going to take a minute as Heidi Brostowitz, the coach, comes out to chat. Take a break. We'll be back after this. You're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Savannah Wilkie, the batter, with runners at first and second and only 1 out. Infield fly rule in effect. Soik was okay. Just a little shaken up. I would be too. So would you. And a snap throw that gets away. And another throwing error will allow Madison Stiglitz to advance to third. So now you've got runners at the corners. Infield fly rule is out of play. Kind of what sunk the Rockets yesterday. A snap throw down the third. And out! They got Stiglitz off base a little bit too much. Good snap throw by Lydia Lau. They did the double delay steal. And that wipes out Stiglitz at third. Suda will go to second. Ground ball to first. Will end the threat. They had a chance to do some damage, but didn't work out. Head to the top of the third. 3-0 LG. Back after this, you're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Lydia Lau will lead things off for Spencer here in the top of the third inning. 3-0 LG. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play on this beautiful afternoon in central Wisconsin. 75 degrees at first pitch. Macy Lintner in her third inning of work. Little flare. Wilkie can't grasp it. So an E9 will put Lau at first. I didn't see if they had a courtesy runner or not. But Lau at first. I'll double check to make sure. She is at first. Lau is at first. This is Terbased, the batter. Lou Terbased. That's how we were instructed to pronounce her name. Lintner, the pitch. Bounced it. Pitching very well. So far has struck out 3, no walks. Nary a hit. Snap throw back to first, back in time. 1-2 the count. Get a chance to come out to the ballpark, do so. It's a beautiful afternoon. Got baseball on the other side, fouled off. One thing about this, though, is you got bugs. And Brian Sergio's song, he ate bugs for lunch. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Swing and a miss. Lintner with another strikeout of Emma Gorton. That was Emma Gorton. I apologize for that. That was not Terror Bear. That was Gorton. Foul ball. Alexa Weber batting in the 9 spot, playing second base. Falls behind in the count, 0-1. Every once in a while, I do make a boo-boo to show that I'm human. I'm only human. A low pitch, snap throw again down the first. Good snag for Loebner. Maya Loebner has impressed me at first base. She's a very sure-handed fielder. Count even at a ball on the strike. Number 9 hitter in the lineup for Coach Brostowitz. That pitch high. And kind of got Lau handcuffed a little bit. And Lau ends up at third. Count is even at 1-1. Kind of confused Tatum Travis. She was going to do another snap throw down to first, and she realized the runner was going, and it was yeah, and it got away from her. Tracked down though, good by Braylee Suda. But that allowed Lau to get to third. Close pitch. Pitch high, ball 3. Oh, it was ball 4, my bad. So now you got runners at the corners. That brings up Danny Sobak, who grounded out to Macy Lindner. They're going to let the runner go to second. Close play at third, but not in time. So Weber drew the walk and got the second base. And Danny Sobak ahead in the count, 1-0. Chance to scratch a few runs over for Spencer here in the top of the third inning. Strike called. First walk given up by Macy Lintner here in the third. That pitch low. Oh, she's struggling to find the strike zone consistently. Two and one to count. Make it 3-1. Tying run at the plate for the Rockets in the form of Danny Sobach. Macy Lintner's the pitch. High, ball 4. She's walked the bases full. Well, if you're the defense, you know you got to play at any base. You got infield fly rule, and a base hit will bring in 1, maybe 2. Tying run at first for Spencer in the form of Addie Soik. And she gets the infield fly rule. You can run at your own risk. She's out. Yep, you can do that. That's the infield fly rule. The batter runner is out. And the batter runner and the runners can run at their own risk. So now there's 3 outs, but the run does score. Don't see that very often, but that's how it happened. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-1. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Whether you're buying or selling, you can trust the Neilsville Next Home team of Julie Simic and Jake Orman to guide you through the process. For commercial, residential, and land properties, Julie and Jake have the expertise you need. Call the Next Home professionals, Julie Simic and Jake Orman in Neilsville today. And get fresh meats and cheeses every day from Smith Brothers Meats. You can also let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats of Colby, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturday, 8 to 4. And don't forget our friends from Nasonville Dairy with those fresh cheese curds they make every day. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. You want to be my friend for life? If you want me to be your friend for life, sausage from Smith Brothers Meats and Nasonville Dairy cheese curds, and I will be your forever friend. Just a review of that last synopsis, what happened. There was 1 out, bases were loaded, infield fly rule was in effect as Soik popped it up in the infield. She was out, the runner came in from third, the runner at second could go back, she would have been fine, but with the infield fly rule, you run at your own risk. And she ran at her own risk and was thrown out to end the inning. Liv Lucas leading things off with a little flare to right field. So a base hit for Liv Lucas as I get caught up here. I got kind of spoiled with having a producer. They take care of the computer and the commercials and everything. It's nice to have it. I mean, you can do it by yourself, but you got to really be on your game. So Liv Lucas leads off with a single. This is Macy Lintner. Throw back to first, not in time. Lintner drew a walk, and Bailey Eckes, her courtesy runner, was thrown out. 4 to 6. Trying to steal. Lintner batting from the right side. Soik takes a long time. She slows down the tempo. Big swing and a miss. Get you the right count, ladies and gentlemen. Good pitch, but call the ball. Soik in the afternoon has struck out 2. Walked 3, or walked 4. Little flare to right field. Good catch for Sobak, and did not get it back in time. Nice catch for Sobak in right. With one away, that will bring up Skyly Rakovic, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first. That's why Bailey Eckes was thrown out. Big swing and a miss. Snap throw back to first. Woo-hoo. Emma Gorton's got to be on her game. Soik's pitch. Little flare again to right. Sobak can't get that one. This is going to be extra bases. Rakovic heads to second. Now she's going to run all. Oh, boy, now you got to play to plate. And out. Skyly got running so fast that she almost passed up her teammate, Liv Lucas, and Lucas was thrown out at the plate. Goodness gracious. So a 9-6-2. Got to see what's going on. You got to watch your coach. Got to watch that runner in front of you. Rakovic at third. Solid double. Talk about running yourself out of an inning. Don't want to do that. Two 2-0 the count. Travis, 1-1 the count. And she's hit by the pitch. And Ellie Robita will come in and courtesy run for her. Got a nice little crowd watching tonight, looking for people to chime in and leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Andrea Wilkie, 0 for 1. Ground out to Soik in the first inning. They're going to send Robita in defensive indifference. Wind starting to pick up a little bit more. Pitch high. 2-0. Senior Andrea Wilkie at the batter. Still looking for people to leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a shout out over the air. Now 3-0. Soik. The windup in the pitch. She squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Runners going on contact with 2 away. And a drop third strike with first base open with 2 outs. And Wilkie doesn't need to worry about that as she draws the walk. Bases loaded with 2 outs and a big spot for Madeline Suda. No place to put her. Madeline struck out in the second inning. 0 for 1. Pitch low. Skyly Rakovic at third. Ellie Robita at second. Andrea Wilkie at first. Addie Soik, the pitcher. Strike call. Count even at 1-1. Madeline Suda batting in the 9 spot. The windup and the pitch. Squirts away from Lau. Rakovic's going to come in, and she scores. So on the wild pitch, Skyly Rakovic comes in with run number 4 for LG. Everybody moves up 60 feet. And the count is 2-1 to Madeline Suda. Still 2 out. That's kind of the story yesterday against Columbus for Spencer. Inopportune wild pitches, inopportune errors. Loyal darn near ran themselves out of the inning. And Suda ends up drawing the walk. Bases loaded again with 2 outs. That'll bring up the top of the order. And Madison Stiglitz. We have a defensive timeout. Just a heads up that Thursday I will be at the fairgrounds to bring you softball action as Columbus will take on Neillsville Granton. That game will start at 5 p.m. Live and free on Zaleski Sports. If you want to find out what games are on the network, go to ZaleskiSports.com. Click on the Live Games tab, and it'll show all the games that are being broadcast, and the little arrows in the box in the lower right-hand corner of each game selection is a link to that game. Right on YouTube. Swing and a miss for Stiglitz. 0-1 the count. Pitch high. Stiglitz is the 7th batter of the inning for LG. Strike 2. Count now 1-2. Soik, the windup and the delivery. Stiglitz held up. Count even at 2. Soik, the pitch. Not in the zone, according to Blue. Count is full, 3-2. Runners will go on the pitch. And it's fouled out of play. Three-two. Runners go. Ground ball foul. Robita at third. Wilkie at second. Madeline Suda at first. And Madison Stiglitz with a full count with 2 outs here. Soik gets the sign. In the glove, the windup in the pitch. And walked her. So Stiglitz gets an RBI walk. That brings in Ellie Robita with the second run of the inning. They've scored both of their runs with 2 away. That brings up Braylee Suda. Suda to short. And Suda will reach on an error and bring in another run. Always hardest to get that third out. That brings up Savannah Wilkie, the 9th batter of the inning for LG. So one thing, if you're a pitcher, you don't want to have those long innings. It's snap throw back to third, and it gets away from Terbaste, and another run comes in, and Suda. Two and 0 to Savannah Wilkie. Inside for ball 3. Now, if you're Addie Soik, you got to keep your composure. Try to get this out. Good stop by Lau. And another walk. Bases loaded again. Four runs in here with 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. Schultz. They get the out. No, they don't. All right. Goodness sakes. Stiglitz scores. Liv Lucas reaches on a fielder's choice. And this is Macy Lintner. Bases loaded still with 2 outs. 5 runs in, and they've all come in with 2 outs. Strike called. Oh, and 2 to Lintner. Ground ball to second. Weber will end it. Toss to Gorton. 5 runs, they'll come in for Loyal Greenwood here in the bottom of the 3rd. We head to the top of the 4th. 8-1 softball team. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
LG with 5 runs scored. They drew 4 walks, hit twice, and 1 hit batter. And a Big inning for the LG team, as they now lead 8-1. Top of 4, and that batter is Emma Schultz. She leads off with a base hit. So runner at first in the form of Emma Schultz, and that brings up Lou Terbaste. She takes strike 1. Got a nice little crowd watching. If you leave a positive comment on the YouTube comments section, I can give you a little recognition to our viewers. Another little fly ball to left field. This might be extra bases. Stiglitz gives chase. And Terbaste is going to go to second, play it home, and she's out. So Terbaste with a single. She ends up at second. Schultz tried to score on that long throw, but a good play defensively by Stiglitz, who tracked it down. Trying to score. So I'll catch up with my scorebook here. Peyton Ostricki, a strikeout victim in the second. Some good defensive plays by both teams, but loyal Greenwood with a little few more. Linder's pitch in the dirt. Two-0 the count. Wind is definitely picked up. You can hear it. I've got that field mic really low, but all you're getting is wind noise. That's why I haven't turned it up much. In fact, I may just turn it off. There we go. So you'll pick up enough wind noise from my microphone. Ground ball to third, scooped up by Rakovic over to first. Nice grab by Loebner at first. And Ostricki is put out. Very impressed by some of these young ladies I used to teach. They've really impressed me with how well they've developed into athletes. I mean, Maya Loebner playing exceptionally well at first, along with Skylar Rakovic at short. Swing and a miss for Addison Widman, the DP strikeout victim in the second. 4 Ks for Macy Lintner this afternoon. Count is 1-1. I do have a tendency to forget to reset the balls and strikes, so I beg your pardon, please. Fouled over our heads. Macy Lintner pitching very well for LG this afternoon. That pitch scoots away from Travis and allows the run to score on the wild pitch. So Terbaste will come in to make it 8-2. Two and two the count. And we'll strike out the side. Spencer scratches a run over. We head to the bottom of the bottom of the fifth. Should be top of 5, right? We'll come back. You're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years.
We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Healthcare decisions can be overwhelming, but at Forward Insurance, you're never in it alone. We'll help you make sense of Medicare, find the right health insurance, and walk with you every step of the way. Forward Insurance, for every stage of life and every question along the way.
It is the bottom of the fourth. When we batted 11 batters, I had to go over into the next inning and cross some stuff out, and I forgot to cross out one thing. So it is the bottom of the fourth here. It's 8-2 LG over Spencer. And leading off here is Skyly Rakovic. And she takes ball one. Addie Soik in her fourth inning of work for Spencer. 8 runs have scored in her time in the circle. She's walked 7, struck out 2. Pardon me, she's walked 8. And they have a little defensive powwow. And they come back and reset. Yeah, when you have those extra long innings, you sometimes get kind of kerfuffle with your scorebook. Fouled out of play. Had some unusual events happen today. We had infield fly rule where one of the young ladies went on, she didn't have to, ground ball to Weber to Gorton for the first out. One away brings up Tatum Travis. Senior Tatum Travis. Pretty dangerous with a bat. The pitch. Low for ball one. Picked up a few more viewers. Still looking for somebody to chime in and say hello. Pretty empty on the old comments section on YouTube. And pitch high for ball two. Beautiful afternoon here at Westside Park in Loyal. Soik having some control problems here. Got to reduce the amount of people you walk and reduce the amount of errors. And a 4-pitch walk to Travis, and I think they'll have a courtesy runner. Ellie Robita will come in. Yes, it is. Ellie Robita will be the courtesy runner for Tatum Travis. Andrea Wilkie, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. They're one of the 5 scored in the third inning. The right fielder steps in. Addie Soik gets the sign. Fouled off, strike one. Yeah, that was the thing when I was a teacher. I had to get some good, really good kids, have some really strong choirs, and then the thing is, the seniors would graduate. Strike called. Strike two. But that's the way things go. 0-2 the count to Wilkie. So it's a little flare to short. Schultz will take out Rabida at second, but not in time for Wilkie, who reaches on a fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, Madeline Suda. Ground ball to short. Schultz will scoop and get the unassisted put out at second, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk. We head to the top of the 5th. You're watching High School Softball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio, now open in front of Pick and Save on Central Avenue in Marshfield. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydro massage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. You can pay per session or choose from memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com or stop in at 601 South Central Avenue, Suite 400 in front of Pick and Save in Marshfield.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Lydia Lau, Emma Gorton, and Alexa Weber lead things off here for Spencer in the top of the 5th. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying. Got a nice little crowd on watching our match today. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. I'll give you a shout-out. Macy Lintner. 5th inning of work for LG this afternoon. Done very well, giving up 2 runs. Struck out 5, walked 1. Falls behind here to Lydia Lau, 2-0. Lau reached on an error and scored in the 3rd. Oh, flare that's going to go to center field. Liv Lucas scoops it up, tosses it back in. They do have a fence out there, a temporary fence, which is probably around 200 feet, possibly. Little flare to right. Wilkie can't make the catch. And Gorton will reach on an error. And Lau will end up at 3rd. Second error of the game for Andrea Wilkie in right field. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Alexa Weber. And ball bounces away. Lydia Lau thinks better of it. She thought about coming in the score, but she saw the ball bounced right back to Tatum Travis. She hit the brakes and went back to 3rd. Weber ahead in the count 1-0. Fakes the bunt. 2-0. The count. Number 9 hitter Alexa Weber with 2 on. She offered 2-1. The one thing is the plate umpire likes, and I always told the catchers that, don't pop up in front of me. If you do that, I can't see the pitch. and I'll call it a ball because I don't have a clear view of it. Ball 3. The other thing is, and you always tell the catcher that you make sure that no ball hits me, because I'll stay in and make sure that this ball or a strike. They can be a little more confident. And a walk. Loads the bases. First time that Macy Lintner has gotten in kind of a pickle, but you have the infield fly rule in effect again. And that brings up the top of the order and Danny Sobach. And I say that again because Spencer had that same situation and ran themselves out of the inning. Bases loaded, nobody out, and top of the order. And Sobach, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Two-0. Lintner, the windup and the delivery. Strike called. 2-1. If you're Spencer, you're going to make her throw a strike. Sobach waits. And got the outside corner. Count even at 2. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th for Spencer and top of the order. And Danny Sobach with a 2-2 count. Macy Lintner, the pitcher. The windup and the delivery. Strike 3 called. Big out for Lintner to get. So one away, Addie Soik, 0 for 2. Got a chance to help her cause here with a base hit, if she can get one. Flare, the center field, Lucas makes the catch. And the runner's going to come in, and they catch the runner at second. And she's tagged out. So we're going to keep it here a minute while I make sure I keep everything correct. So Soik gets an RBI sac fly. And Gorton is tagged out for the 3rd out. So the run does count. No, it doesn't. I'm going to keep it here. No, it does not count. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Score remains 8-2. Back after this, you're watching High School Softball and Selesky Sports, brought to you by ShudsDelivered.com.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Been an interesting learning curve this afternoon here at Loyal and Westside Park. A couple of plays that kind of looked a little funky. And that last one was, I thought it was a sac fly, was not a sac fly. It would have been, but they caught Emma Gorton leaving, and they tagged her out as she got off the base after the catch was made, and the run didn't score in time. All right, so we move on. It's still 8-2. Madison Stiglitz will start things off here in the 5th. I got to do a little addition and subtraction here quick. Some peculiar stuff going on today at Westside Park. I got a funny story about Westside Park. Mr. Stremerkus was coaching with Mr. Lashin back in the day, and I was umpiring. It was a JV game in the around 2010. 2011, something like that, and I was on the bases and thought it was infield fly rule, and the situation ended up being not the infield fly rule. Well, foul back. I called the infield fly rule, and everybody looked at me like I was a loony, which they should have. Anyway. The inning got over. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Playable. Good catch made by Emma Schultz. So in between innings, I went over and I said, "Strem, what do you do? What do you do when you call an infield fly rule incorrectly?" And he looked at me and he said, "Joe, first of all, you get a shovel and you dig a hole and you crawl in it and you cover yourself up." Some of the best advice I ever got as an umpire. 1-0 the count. Count even at 1-1. Braley Suit on the afternoon, a single and reached on an error. Two for three, 2 singles, and reached on an error and scored a run. Bottom of the 5th, 8-2. Soik, inning 5 in the circle. "3-2. I missed a strike. Base is empty, and they're going to talk about the count. Base umpire, I believe, says he has ball 4, and the plate umpire has 3-2. So they're going to get together and chat. And that's what you do. You get together and you chat. Perry A-Strike, the first base coach for LG, looking on in the first base coaching box. Heidi Ashbeck down the line at third. You can see her to the left of your screen, head coach for LG. So now they're going to discuss it a little bit more. Well, we have a discrepancy with the count. It's either ball 4 or 3-2. The umpires got together and chatted. Then home plate went to Heidi Ashbeck, the coach for LG, and said, "What did you have?" And she said, "I had ball 4. All right, she has ball 4. So Braley Suda will reach on the base on balls. With 1 out, now 1 on. brings up Savannah Wilkie. Savannah 0 for 2 with a walk. Wilkie takes strike one. Savannah Wilkie, a junior. I remember her in kindergarten. Big swing and a miss. Strike two. Liv Lucas on deck for LG if Savannah Wilkie would get on. Or, pardon me, she will get on. And Wilkie goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Savannah on the afternoon. Liv Lucas now will step in. Liv, a walk, a single, and a fielder's choice. Center fielder. That pitch high for ball one. Addie Soik has pitched well. I mean, she's done well, but she's had a couple of wild pitches. There's been some errors. Foul back. And sometimes that's all it takes. Loyal scored several of their runs with no hits. And Soik gets the put out. Nice job for Addie Soik to end the inning. Head to the top of the sixth. 8-2 LG. Back after this, you're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan. Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Macy Lintner cruising along here as we head to the top of the sixth inning. Joe Anderson here at Westside Park in Loyal as LG leads Spencer in softball 8-2. Emma Schultz will lead things off. Takes ball one. Macy in the afternoon has given up 2 runs. Struck out 3, 4, 5, 6, and only walked 2. Little flare in the infield. Nice catch by Skyly Rakovic for the unassisted putout. 1 away. Lou Terbaste is 1 for 2 in the afternoon. She scored the second of 2 runs for the Rockets and takes strike 1. Hole 1 to Terbaste. Lintner's pitch. Left field's going to drop for a base hit. So a base hit for Terbaste here in the top of the sixth inning. Not too many base runners allowed this afternoon by Macy Lintner. Well, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a good bunt laid down. Nope, it's foul. 6 base runners only allowed by Macy Lintner this afternoon. She's pitching very well. This is Peyton Ostricki, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. That bunt is fair. She fielded in fair territory. And the runner's Tear Bear's going for third, and she's going to get in and slide in. Again, not a thing of beauty, the slide, but it was effective. Kind of reminds me of how I used to slide in the base head first. Yeah, I can sit here and be smug, but they're playing hard. Addison Widman, ground ball. Rakovic to first. Lobner makes the catch and ends the threat. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 8-2 LG. Back after this, you're watching high school softball on Selesky Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Our passion, your
today, tomorrow,
future
journey. Our passion, your journey. Taylor Credit Union is your local full-service financial cooperative. As your community-owned credit union, our passion is to support your journey, whatever it may be and wherever it may go. From savings to checking, home to auto, and IRAs to investments, we have the products, services, and rates for your today, tomorrow, and future. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today.
Beautiful day for a game. Just absolutely beautiful. We hope you're enjoying watching our broadcast this afternoon. By the way, all these advertisers that I either read about or you watch in commercial form, they help bring you these games for free. So if you get a chance, patronize these businesses. They are bringing you free high school baseball, softball, free high school sports right in the luxury of your own home. Can't go wrong with that. All right, bottom of the 6th. Leading things off will be Macy Lintner, then Skyly Rakovic, and then Tatum Travis. Macy on the afternoon. 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes ball 1. As my late father would say, it's a dandy day out. Just dandy. Ball 2. Hard to believe that this Saturday is the last Saturday in April. Find myself down at UW Whitewater judging State Solo Ensemble this Saturday. Musical theater solos from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I like doing it, but not all day. 3-0 count to Lindner. She squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 1. Still looking for some people to chime in. Someone please chime in on the YouTube page, giving you a little recognition on the air. The pitch in the dirt. Lintner will reach first on a walk. And courtesy runner coming in will be Bailey Eckes, number 5. Addie Soik in inning number 6 in the circle for the Rockets. Skyly Rakovic, a fielder's choice, a double, and a ground out. 1 for 3. Takes ball 1. Ground ball. Schultz can't handle it. Emma Schultz has had some good plays at short and struggled at times. And that was a struggle that time. Allows Rakovic to get the first. So bring up Tatum Travis. Tatum with a single, hit by pitch, and a walk. And Soik starts her out with the strike. Infield fly rule in effect. Eckes at second. And a fly ball to right field. Good catch for Danny Sobak. She has played that position very well today. So with one out, as Tatum Travis is retired, that'll bring up Amanda Wilkie. So Andrea takes the first pitch, hits at the fly ball to right. Another catch by Sobak. They keep challenging her, and she still keeps making the catches. Good defensive play by Sobak. Back-to-back putouts. Madeline Suda, the number 9 hitter, comes up to the plate with 2 outs. A pitch in the dirt. And Eckes says, hey, I'm going to take third. That run that Madeline Suda drew in the third inning made all the difference. That's when that big 5-run third came up in a close game, became 8-2. Two and one. Soik's pitch. Fouled off. Two and two. Addie Soik, the windup and the delivery. High for ball 3. Full count. Now you don't have to take off on the pitch. But Eckes is going to come in and score on the wild pitch. With an insurance run. Rakovic will advance to third as Suda drew the walk. Everything good starts with 2 outs, especially for LG today. The top of the order in Madison Stiglitz. Snap throw over to third. Suda moves up to second. Fouled away. 1-1. Stiglitz has had a fine day at the plate. Count is 1-1. Nice changeup. Dropped it in the bucket. Runners will go on contact here with 2 outs. Stiglitz awaits the pitch from Soik. In the dirt, Good stop for Lau. Count even at 2. Runners will go on contact. And a strikeout to end the inning, but a run comes in for LG as we head to the top of the 7th. We're going to keep it here. Well, I do some math. Last chance for Spencer here in the top of the 7th, trailing 8-2. Lydia Lau, Emma Gorton, and Alexa Weber due up. Macy Lintner falls behind 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Coach Brostowitz brings up 7, 8, 9 in her lineup to the plate here in the top of the 7th, needing 7 runs. Macy Lindner pitching a great ball game. Struggled at times, but for the most part been very effective. And gives a leadoff walk. So with Lau at first, at pitch high, Lau thought about going back, advancing, but she dives back. Freshman Macy Lindner in the circle. Bounces that one in for ball 2. Got to finish. And if you're Spencer, you're going to make her throw strikes. Don't chase. There's a good strike. Snap throw there, keeping Lydia Lau close at first. Now 3-1. Spencer needs to be smart in the batter's box. Lindner needs to throw strikes. The windup and the delivery. Ball 4. She's walked the first 2 batters here in the top of the 7th. And they're going to have a conversation. Coach Ashbeck is coming out to talk to her charges. That'll bring up Emma Gorton. Emma, a strikeout victim in the third, and reached on an error and thrown out 8-6 in that crazy fifth inning, where she was part of a double play. All righty, Alexa Weber, the batter. And Lau will advance to third on the ball that squirted out of the way. Runners at the corners with nobody out. And the number 9 batter in the lineup for Spencer. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count even at 1. Lintner struggling here in the 7th inning. Walked the first two batters. Little nubber, fair. Wilkie can't glove it. So that will bring in a run. Well, it's now 9-3. And that'll bring up the top of the order. And Danny Sobach goes 0 for 2. Takes strike one. Catch up the scoreboard for you, friends. There we go. Runners at first and second with nobody out. 1 run in for Spencer. Gets that low zone for strike 2. Sobach looking for her first hit. Last time struck out looking in the 5th. Lindner's pitch inside for a ball. Lindner trying to finish out this game as she can. Calls it a ball. Two and two. Sobach awaits the pitch. Little number, foul. Called foul. Well, it remains 2 and 2. She'd only walked 2 in 6 innings, had Macy Lindner. She's walked 2 here in the 7th. Led to a run scoring. And down on strikes. Goes Danny Sobach. Addie Soik 0 for 3. And that pitch in the dirt. Good stop. I'll tell you, Tatum Travis has done a nice job behind the dish. So is Lydia Lau for Spencer. They've kept the ball in front of them the majority of the time. A few times it's scored it past, but Soik takes a little chin music. Did a basketball game this past season. Addie Soik had about 6 threes in a row. Popped up in the infield, foul territory, and over the fence. Tatum Travis did a good job of making it look like it was going to stay in play, but the wind is blowing left to right on your screen, so it blew it out of play. 2-1 the count to Addie Soik. Strike call. Count even at 2. Freshman Macy Lindner looking to close it out here. But Spencer has other things on their mind. They want to keep this game going. The pitch. Fly ball. Center field. Liv Lucas goes back. Makes the catch. Nice catch for Liv Lucas. Made good contact, but Lucas tracked it down for the putout. Emma Schultz, 1 for 3 in the afternoon. Last chance for the Rockets here. Schultz 1 for 3. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Runners will go on contact. Fly ball. This could be it. Lucas back in center. Makes the catch. And that will do it. As the softball team picks up the win today, 9-2. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Blue 9.
Should have been like 11-9. 11-1. 11-2. I'll give them 1.
Remember when I'm working alone, I got to do all the switching myself. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast of High School Softball. This is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. A 9-2 win this afternoon in Westside Park for LG. Here with head coach Heidi Ashbeck. We'll do coach first. What are your thoughts on the day's game?
I'm just glad that we didn't let up and kept going all the way through the 7th inning.
I mean, you took advantage of a lot of walks and some errors.
Yes, we capitalized on that with our base running. We did have some base running errors, which we will try to correct.
So what does your record improve to now?
I think in conference we're 3-1.
Okay.
And then 4-2. 4-3?
Okay.
4-3.
Took advantage of scoring runs without any hits, really.
We had a few hits in the beginning of the game and then kind of sloped down, but hopefully that continues to roll to the next game.
Who do you have coming up next?
We have Neilsville on Tuesday.
Is that here or?
It is here in Greenwood.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Coach. Thanks for your time. Macy Lindner pitched an awesome game. You're a freshman, aren't you?
Yeah.
What were you throwing this afternoon, pitch-wise?
What?
What kind of pitches were you throwing?
Oh, just fastballs and changeups. I only have 2.
On the afternoon, I have you 7 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. That's got to feel pretty good, doesn't it, pitching line?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to put you in the house. You know how to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get out of the way and I'll count to 3. 1, 2.
I'm Macy Linner and I'm in the house.
Congratulations, Macy. Thank you. All right, that was Macy Lindner, winning pitcher. Addie Soik takes the loss for Spencer. 6 innings, 5 hits, 11 walks, 4 Ks, and allowed 9 runs came in on her time in the circle. She did hit 1 batter. For Loyal, winning pitcher was Macy Lindner. Again, 7 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 2 runs came in on her time in the circle. Leading hitters for LG. Braylee Suda was 2 for 3. Liv Lucas 1 for 2. Skylie Rakovic 1 for 4. Tatum Travis was 1 for 2. Loyal Greenwood took advantage of a lot of walks and some errors, especially in the 3rd inning when they scored 5 of their 9 runs. They made it 8. It was 8-1 after 3, and ended up 9-2. Great afternoon. What a beautiful day to play softball here at Westside Park. I will join you on Thursday from the Marshfield Fairgrounds as Neilsville takes on the Columbus Dons at the first pitch at 5 p.m. on Thursday night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Joe Anderson here for Zaleski Sports. Again, our final score, LG 9, Spencer 2. Catch you Thursday afternoon. Have a great night.